Yo, what's up guys, Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I have something very special for you guys because I'm with the Lockbait God, Ryley. Yo, what's up, man?
Hello. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. I'm super excited because Lockbait is one of my personal all-time favorite decks. So we're gonna be watching Ryley play on this account where you already have the #1 finish. So beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, dude. Man, actually, a few of my accounts should have a #1 finish, man, but I keep getting scammed.
Yeah, I remember last season. You can go in the first match, by the way. I remember last season, like was it last season or 2 seasons ago?
It was
2 seasons
the
ago,
season
right?
before last, so 2 seasons ago, yes.
Yeah, exactly. I remember, like, I always do these season end videos, and I remember, like, seeing you. I at first didn't even know who you were, by the way, because it was, like, a different name, right?
Yeah, I was under a name because I recorded a video with my thumbnail designer and editor, and they had me change my name for the video, and nobody knew it was me, and it was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was so funny. That was like, wait, he got #1? Then you got it before? Who was it? Was it Betfist?
Yes, it was Betfist. He tied my medals. Even though he got there second, he still got the #1, which it's still a bit confusing, but it doesn't really matter that much, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you already have a #1 finish, but it still hurt.
Oh, this
so yeah, tell me a little bit about like Lockbait. How did you get into Lockbait? Like as I said before, like I love Lockbait. It's definitely one of my favorite all-time decks. Like tell me a bit like about your history of Lockbait.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, no glaze shit. I got into it by watching your videos. Like when I was younger in 2019, I saw like a video from you. Maybe it was older or something. It was like, well, to be more specific, like I saw like one's King Cup game against some dude. He was playing Lava Hound.
Oh, Achin.
Yeah, it was Logbait NATO, and I thought the deck was so cool. And then like I looked it up a bit more, and I saw like the Inferno Tower was good with it. So then I just started playing that, and I've been playing it probably since like Hog Mountain Arena 10 or something. I've literally been playing it since I started the game, basically.
Oh, that's crazy. It's so funny that like how you watched me back then, and now I'm watching you play like Logbait as well.
Yeah, but back then I was trash. You're definitely still like a solid Logbait player, though. That's like the thing. I was definitely just like garbage back then. Bro, this guy has E-Giant, by the way, in this deck. It's actually, like, not real. He has E-Giant in here.
Wait, this seems like a pretty bad matchup, right? Or
yeah, just mainly because of the recruits and the Mother Witch. Like, he has recruits and Mother Witch. But I could win this if I played perfectly, in my opinion. I think I could splash the Bomber as well with my Princess for a shot on the tower and to damage away the Bomber, which is nice. Yeah, nice. That's all dead. It's not going to really get much damage.
Yeah, so Lockbait is pretty much, would you also agree, like, it's pretty much always already about, like, the mixture between like perfect defense but also like constant like chip damage, like with the barrels, princesses.
I feel like even though Logbait, in my opinion, has gotten, I guess, easier to play because of the Evo Barrel, I feel like the main idea of the deck is still the same. You just kind of defend and you chip them out, and you just kind of realize like their weakness in the deck, kind of like if they don't have like good spells for your barrel, you can kind of abuse it, or if they do, maybe you need to defend a little bit more solid and you need to just watch out, you know, maybe like try to use your barrels to get value out of, I guess now it would be goblins, but in the past it would have been your goblin gang, for example. Like I feel like the main idea of the deck is still the same. It's just like different cards, and maybe I feel like your offense like is a little bit better than what it was, I guess, in the past, because I guess when I was playing Retro, the offense of Logbait was a lot weaker, I guess. Because obviously cards are getting balanced according to, like, for example, card evolutions and stuff like that. So, like, obviously Gombrel's taken quite a few nerfs since the Evo came out. But, like, I feel like that's kind of, like, the pro of the deck right now. Is just that, like, the Evo Goblin Barrel is so strong and so, like, pressing on defense. So I feel like you kind of have to, like, whenever they have it, you have to, like, make your whole game centered around the fact that they can throw their Evo Barrel. So you can kind of, like, abuse that. True. And one, like, underrated thing as well, sorry that I'm yapping, is, like, you, with the Evo Barrel, one thing that I feel like people don't really get with the Evo Barrel is that you can, like, you use it for a positive trade. Like, Evo Barrel, they always have to defend twice if you play it well. So, like, you can kind of abuse that fact to, like, get positive trades to just, like, have, like, say, a nice sequence, or you can do that to, like, just be up in Elixir and, like, kind of use that to, like, control the game a bit. Because even though people don't really consider it, like, a control deck, I feel like Logbait is somewhat of a control deck. Like, you want to control the match, you know, you want to, like, be able to stack princesses, which in my opinion is a bit of a control aspect of the deck. Like, and you can use your Evo Barrel to kind of, like, achieve that, because say, like, against this guy, he has Cannoneer, so he has to arrows one side and maybe Bomber another, which is a +2 trade, which it might not sound like much, but a +2 trade is kind of a lot when they're playing, for example, a heavy deck or something like that, and I'm only playing my barrel. So, like, you can kind of, like,
for sure. That. Bro, crazy defense, by the way. Sorry for interrupting you,
don't
but
worry,
the defense you just did, against
Thank
the
you very
double
much.
border, that was so clean.
Yeah, that was not an easy defense, but I somehow managed to pull it off. I'm happy about that. It's still going to be another hard defense here because, you
Yeah,
see
now
he's
triple
stacking
elixir.
up. Yeah, triple elixir
Yeah.
as well. And I would Evo barrel right now, but the thing is, I don't want him to go for the Mother Witch on top of my Evo, like on top of the fake barrel, because he'll bowler one side, Mother Witch the other, which sounds good because he's spending 9. But the problem is, for that, in my opinion, is that he's going to get 3 piggies and it's going to help him overwhelm me, so I'm just going to sit and play defense instead.
Okay, yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
just
Do you
gonna
ever
just keep
rock on
defending.
defense? Because you haven't rocked it yet.
Sometimes, but I feel like in situations like these against recruits, I prefer to try to stack princesses. And you see, like, I have a princess, I have a cannon down, and like I just defended fine with the rocket. Because I feel like with the rocket, it gives them the greatest chance to overwhelm me because I'm spending 6 and I'm not getting like any value back out of the card. It's just dropping, and because he's split laning, since he has recruits, I feel like it's not really too great to rocket unless they give you a really good value, which they won't.
Yeah, wow, that was actually amazing. Like, perfect gameplay. That was not an easy matchup at all. Like, I think maybe people watching right now are like, wait, that seemed like an okay matchup. I think if I would or anyone else would have played that matchup, we would have just gotten destroyed by those recruits. So, yeah, amazing
Thank
game,
you.
man.
Thank you. Oh, I'm against this guy. He plays Mega Knight bait with Evo Skeleton Barrel and Evo Inferno Dragon.
How do you feel about like these type of matchups? Like, I remember back in the days, these type of matchups used to be pretty good.
Yes.
Then with all the evolutions, like I think it changes a lot, right?
Yeah, it does. That's what I was gonna add. In my opinion, this matchup is still fine. Like, I don't mind it at all. Like, it's definitely way better than the last one. I'd say like maybe either slightly for me or maybe even. But the thing is, against these decks, it's so easy to choke and mess up because of the, for example, Evo Skeleton Barrel. But the main thing that's easy to choke against is the Evo Inferno Dragon. Like, Evo Inferno Dragon, if you don't rocket it, you're cooked. And then even sometimes like they just press you so hard that you can't really rock it. And then the Evo Skeleton Barrel as well, like, the bait was kind of already hard to deal with, but then when you consider the fact that they have, like, I guess the Evo Skeleton Barrel 2 dropping the extra skeletons, you have to save the log for the Goblin gang, and the Goblins can get very, very, like, hard to stop sometimes, but yeah, as long as I defend well, I should be okay.
Yeah, so do you always rocket the Inferno Dragon? Like now, for example, it was the normal dragon and it wasn't the tower where you already dealt damage. Like, would you say you always rocket it or does it depend on the situation?
It depends on the situation for sure. The reason I rocketed there specifically was because I had the princess down in the back. If I have it right here, any Inferno Dragons, I'm not going to rock it. But because it was in the back and my princess was in the back, I'm rocketing. I'm getting a -2, but I'm keeping my princess alive, forcing him to defend the princess again. So him having to defend the princess again was kind of worth it there. You see how I got a nice sequence, just like a little bit of a sequence, but it was still like something. And me going for the rocket kind of like allowed that to happen and kind of gives me the option to go both lanes. Because one thing that I feel like people don't really think about enough when they're playing with log bait is that if you're playing with bait, right, it's kind of like a split lane deck now. Like before, it was, you know, you kind of just go for one side, you chip them out with your logs. They used to do like over 100 damage and stuff. But nowadays with bait, I feel like it's not really the same because you have the Evo Barrel, so it's kind of like a split lane deck where I feel like in a lot of matchups, if you're forced into one lane, nowadays you're just going to lose. You're forced into the same lane. But like in the past, you would kind of like only really ever care about one side. I'm gonna go like this actually.
Yeah.
Oh, his Mega Knight's gonna splash sadly. But like if they're having to defend both lanes, kind of like the tip that I gave earlier, if they have to defend both sides, then they're just gonna be down in elixir and stuff like that. But if they're able to start ignoring the Evos, then it's not really too hard to defend anymore, and it just makes it kind of like a simple match for them usually if you like don't have dual lane damages. It's gonna rocket that Evo Inferno Dragon. I almost always rocket it.
It's so scary.
Dude, that's one of like the most like scary cards to go up against, especially when you don't have much. Where like, I guess here I have the Ice Spirit, but I mean obviously like the Ice Spirit won't always deal with it because if
sometimes
charge,
it just melts it instantly.
Yup, it will one shot if it's full charge, and then like sometimes because he has a lot of bait cards, my cards could miss, for example, and it just gets really scary. So I prefer to just rocket off the board unless like I guess I have like a very like unique situation where like I have a lot of princesses down, for example, or like something like that. And right there, I went for the barrel in the front because I know that he only has kind of swarm cards and he can defend them kind of easily anyways. But like for example, if he drops like cards in the back like Mega Knight, split gangs and stuff, my barrel is pressuring a bit quicker and it has a better chance if he placed a card in the back to still get value on the tower. Damage. Like yeah, you see there, and it also gives him the opportunity to mess up too. Like he messed up his spear goblins there. Because like if I'm putting it in the middle, then he didn't really have to think about anything. I just want them to think as much as possible because the more they think, the better chance I have to mess up. But here I'm gonna put it in the back because I have the goblins coming up, and I've also put it in the front so many times that like yeah he didn't catch it again, and my goblins are getting nice. Come on, let's go.
Nice.
I just need a bit more damage.
Well, I love how you're like constantly thinking and playing with their mind.
Thank you. Yeah. I feel like with Logbait,
nice
that's like an
robot.
underrated thing. There's like a very real mind games that go into the deck sometimes. I feel like with barrels to front, side back, because sometimes in like key pressure situations, it's he gave up nice. It's not like easy to see where it's going. Like say you have an Evo coming down, you have to defend everything. You know,
Yeah.
it's not easy to see everything and play it perfect.
Yeah, makes sense. So, what would you say is like your, like for you yourself, like as a one of the best or the best actually in my opinion, and also as an advice for like maybe upcoming Lockbait players, like what is your main focus and what would you say that people should mainly focus on while playing bait? Because I remember many people have like different opinions. Some people say like only focus on the spells, but nowadays there's evolutions. There's like so much things you could focus potentially on while playing Clash Royale.
Yeah, well, in general, I feel like, it's kind of the basics, like, focus on their card cycle. In my opinion, I would focus less on their spells, and I would focus more on their problem cards. For example, against that guy, his problem card is the Inferno Dragon. Against the E-Giant guy, his problem card was the Mother Witch and the Evo Bomber. So, like, try to identify the cards that are the biggest problem and focus on those, because, I mean, even if you're, say, a newer player or a more experienced player, what will always help, is defending well. Because if you defend well, they're going to start overspending. They're going to start making mistakes, panicking that they can't get through. So if you master defense, I feel like you can kind of work on your offense a bit later. Because if you keep defending well, you can kind of let them be the ones to mess up. You know what I mean? And you can just kind of like simply like throw barrels, princesses. Because it's not really too hard to throw princess and barrels, but it's more like of what comes with that, like beforehand, I would say.
Yeah, that's actually a great tip.
Please,
So how do you feel about the Joe matchup now? Because I know that Log now does like less damage, so the interactions have changed, right?
Yes. To be honest, I feel like it depends on the version exactly, because there's some versions like Log Poison, Log Snowball, and different support cards like Bomber, Guards, Berserker, Knight. But I feel like this matchup right here could be okay, but it's kind of annoying, like, to deal with the Bomber, I guess, and the Berserker is very cheap, but one card that's bad for him is having the Guards, so I want to try to use that he has Guards in his deck.
Okay.
Oh, he has Knight too, okay.
Yeah, I don't think he has, I was about to say, I don't think he has Bomber.
Nah, he doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't have space for it, which is nice.
Do you always count, like, the amount of cards he used?
Well, not always, to be honest, because usually it's like muscle memory, like in my head it just kind of happens, but for this guy, I'm using this drill deck a lot on my other account, and I just have skeletons instead of guards, so I just noticed the entire deck that I use.
Oh, yeah, okay, you just like recognized it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Makes
And
sense.
another thing for Logbait that I think people should try to get down, because I feel like the difference between like a good Logbait player and a great Logbait player, I guess, is how they use their princess. Like, you need to master when to put it at the bridge and when to put it at the... Because I feel like a lot of people just spam it either in the back or at the bridge, but you need to do like a good mix of both and know the perfect situations and when to put it at the bridge and at the back.
Like, what would be a good example of like, okay, here for sure I'm always, or not always, but most of the time it's gonna go Princess Bridge, or does it not really depend on like the matchup?
My Evo Snow, I'm gonna just cannon. But like, it depends on the matchup for sure, but another thing that like can kind of tell is that like if they don't have a great counter, like, but you also need to think like, do I have a good counter for what they're playing? One thing that I always tell people is like, for example, a great example is like the Mega Minion or the Phoenix. Say that they have a Mega Minion, but Phoenix is the best example, I would say, because it's like more pressing than a Mega Minion at the bridge. Say they have, I guess, a Phoenix, and you go for a Princess to bridge, and you don't have your Ice Spirit. The next cheapest way to defend is Goblin Gang. So you're spending 6 elixir for 1 Goblin Barrel hit on the tower, right? So you need to be like thinking about like, okay, when I Princess the bridge, what will happen after? You know what I mean? So like, in the example that I'm giving, like if I Princess the Phoenix, I have to spend Goblin Gang, Knight, or if I my Ice Spirit. So for example, against Phoenix decks, you want to Princess the bridge when you have Ice Spirit in hand. If not, then you don't even think at the bridge. Otherwise, you're just gonna be putting yourself down in a kind of a big hole.
Yeah, that makes a lot of... That's actually a great tip. I don't think I think about that a lot myself when playing bait, so that's a really good tip.
Thank you, yeah. Oh, nice. I have a good sequence here. Oh, he has... I can barrel, though, again. This is a bit annoying because of the Berserker of how cheap it is. He has the guards for a nice counter, too, but if I can, like, pressure good, I can start rocket cycling later on. That's one thing that I've noticed about Drill is it's gotten, like, a lot harder ever since the Log got the nerf, because Log Ice Spirit doesn't full counter anymore, which is very, very difficult.
Exactly, that is actually what I was saying before as well. Like, I remember playing bait against Drill, and then it used to be so nice to just like Ice Spirit Log or Log Ice Spirit, like either way around. And then nowadays it's kind of hard to deal with it without taking any damage.
Yeah, and then here he has Evo Snowball, for example, so I have to log first, but I caught it, which is nice. Oh, my princess still have it.
Nice.
Hold up, I have something here. I can go ice.
So when would you say is like a good moment to start rocket cycling? Because for example against E-Giant you didn't use it at all. Now you mentioned it, but you haven't used it yet. Like when do you decide? Okay, now is a good moment to go for it.
Whenever I have a good sequence with princesses, usually like right here, I'm gonna rocket because he's poisoned, so he doesn't have poison for offense with the drill, so I can get a free rocket here. Then here, I'm also going to grab a hit, and I'm going to Princess on the side, trying to splash the Berserker to get extra damage. Nice. Now I can just cannon here. I'm going to Ice Spirit too, because he might put it one on the side. So if he puts it one on the side, then it will actually hit my tower if I don't block it again on the cannon. Which is a nice, actually, drill tip for people who play drill. Yeah, but it's not over yet for sure. It's, like, very scary, actually. I'm going to log first again. Then I'm going to go for the Ice Spirit, and then I'm going to go for the Goblins. I put it one tile up, so the Snowball had no chance of flashing it. Then I have another rocket here. That might get... Oh wait, I have the Evo Cannon here, then I have Ice Spirit as well, because the Fire Spirit will hit the tower from careful, and then I'm just going to log on defense, and then... Oh wait, I can't get back to the barrel,
you get back to rocket?
No, I mean rocket, sadly. So wait, one hit.
The barrel though?
Wait,
the barrel?
Wait, one hit. Aw, rip. That was close. GG's.
Man, that was so close. You played that so well though, like...
Nah, thank you.
That is not an easy matchup.
Yeah.
Wow. Bro, you were cooking at the end, like you were like recording a video here live.
yeah.
That was crazy, bro.
Okay, I'm just gonna go right back in. We can just
yeah, let's go. I mean, I don't know how much time you have. I don't know how many matches you want to play, but I'm super happy, super excited to be here. So you do you, bro.
All good. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I'm against Fouse now.
Yeah, that's a good player.
Just gonna Ice Spirit Barrel here. He has Evo Bats, so I guess it could be a minor Wall Breakers. Oh, Skelly's Golden Knight, Bats. It could be a minor Rocket or a minor Poison, I guess. I feel like there's not really many other decks that play with this kind of deck combo.
Yeah, that's true.
If he has, I'm kind of princessing here to see if he has Poison or not, because I don't mind if he poisons, just because I want to figure out which kind of variant he's playing, because I want to play opposite lane, preferably. So it's fine to take the Poison and then just switch my lane straight away.
Would you say against minor Poison you always play opposite lane?
Depends on the version, but minor Bats always opposite lane because you want to have your princesses in the opposite lane that they're going for, because then they'll also force out responses on defense. And another key thing is, you probably know this, but you like a lot of matchups you princess the bridge while defending, but like so against those minor poison decks you kind of need to princess the bridge, kind of trying to predict their poison sometime. Wait, what the heck?
I don't know what
I'm gonna take a hit here. I was so confused. I didn't have my kit. Yeah, that's funny.
Don't worry.
It's all good though. It doesn't really matter too much. I feel like in a matchup like this, because he has Barbarian Barrel, I can just get that Hog Rider through just logging the tower. That's like one nice thing that kind of got nerfed with log bait, is that you can't really like spam logs on the tower. Well, obviously you still will, but like it won't amount for as much as it used to, because log spam used to be a very good way to get damage.
Yeah, I remember like back in the days, Rocket Log, like the damage it used to do was insane.
Like 700 at like level 13 levels. It was nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, it was crazy.
It's like a crazy log stat, but right now log does 56 and 50. I mean not 56, 58. Sorry, and it used to do 58 at tournament standard before any of the before the nerfs, like to the log, like the last two nerfs. So now it got nerfed, I guess, by like a few levels. If you want to think about it that, which is insane.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I remember the tournament standard 58, and now on ladder? Wait, does it on ladder now?
Yes, on 58 it's ladder. Yes, that's kind of insane.
That's crazy, yeah. Okay, so I wonder what his last card is, because if it was Earthquake, maybe he would have Earthquake.
Could be Lightning or Rocket. My guess is Rocket, but it could be either. I can barrel here again, because he has no bar barrel. That's another thing with this deck that I like a lot. Card cycle is very, very strong. To be honest, I think that might be the best thing in Clash Royale besides like Evos, I guess, is just the 3-card cycle from the champion, because you're able to outcycle people so quickly. Oh yeah, there's the Lightning. Okay, I'm gonna Princess the bridge immediately. He might Ice Wiz though. Oh nice, I'm on the tower for 1 hit. That's gonna get 2, I believe.
Nice. It's another one. Yeah, nice.
And here, I'm not
that's true. I know that Muhammad Light also... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Oh, I was gonna say there, I'm not dropping anything because I want to get my Princess back, but if I drop a card, come back after 4 cards. I mean, instead of 3, because then the Mighty Miner will come back first, so I rather just wait.
Okay, that's a really nice tip as well. Yeah, what I was gonna say is that Muhammad is also someone who always talks about the 3-card cycle, like being so important. Like, do you like always cycle a champion in the back, or do you also sometimes try to pressure to use it as a tank, like at the bridge for example, an evil barrel, a normal barrel?
It depends. I almost never just straight up Mighty Miner the bridge, like to tank for a barrel. It's usually coming off the counter push. But like, I don't always start it in the back. Like sometimes I'll drop it in the middle or at the bridge on defense, you know what I mean? And then I'll use the 3-card cycle. To use the 3-card cycle, all you have to do is, like say I drop my barrel, as long as I card before the Mighty Miner dies, then I'll get my barrel back in 2 cards instead of in 4 cards. Basically, that's kind of how it works. So if you just do it like that, then you'll usually get a lot of value from your stuff. I'm gonna Goblin's Ice Spirit because he might try to lightning me, so I'd just rather go Goblin's Ice Spirit there. And then I can go for the Princess. I'm gonna Evo Barrel. I know he has coming up. Fine. Wait, should I block this? Nice. The barrel's on the tower. He's kind of getting overwhelmed right now.
Yeah, that's the powerful thing about the Evo Barrel.
Bring this over with the Ice Spirit because he might pop the ability. And then I'm gonna have to rocket this Hog for sure because I don't have the cannon. Then I just log here. Hopefully those bats can get off my tower soon. Okay, I'm gonna Princess the bridge as well. Ooh, good damage for him, but he might...
some damage, but...
Not bad, nah, this is okay, I think, because I can start rocket cycling soon, too.
Yeah.
He's gonna lightning.
As soon as you know that he has like lightning, or do you also do this against Earthquake? Like when they have it in cycle, do you try to counter the Hawk Rider in like different ways? Like always playing mind games, right?
Yes, but also the main reason. Oh, he didn't see the barrel. Nice, I put the barrel under the rocket.
Yeah, but, that's a really old school trick. But I think wait, they just gave up.
Yeah, he just quit. The main thing is that against this deck, he doesn't have Firecracker, and he didn't have Golden Knight in cycle, so the only way, because he has Barbarian Barrel and not Log, he can't Log predict me, so there's no worries about like a Firecracker or a pre-Log. And because he has no Earthquake, Lightning won't really like take out my Goblins, so I can kind of get free Goblins whenever he doesn't have Golden Knight in cycle, which is nice.
Nice, man. It's actually crazy. Like I've already recorded a couple of videos like this, but your like inside, like your information is like so helpful. Like it's actually crazy.
Thank you. Okay, I'm queuing up again.
Okay, let's go. So yeah, like what other decks do you think are like some people like really like Lockbait, but for example, let's say someone is watching it and it's not like into Lockbait, like in your opinion, like overall, like just generally talking about Clash, what would you say is like the top 5 best decks in the current meta to like kind of get into and learn? Or top 3, maybe 5 is too much, like top 3 decks.
Right now, Goblin Drill, definitely. I feel like Goblin Drill with the Evo Snowball is extremely strong, and then number 2, I'd probably say Graveyard. I feel like that might be a bit of a surprise, but I feel like Graveyard is just so consistent every single season. It's never usually the exact same 8 cards, but I feel like that it's always like a deck that like somehow pops out in the meta, even if it's looking bad. You know, right now you have the Evo Witch, but then you have other versions like the Cannon, the Baby Dragon, or like the Goblin Sign Ice Wizard. So I'd say Graveyard, Goblin Drill, and maybe Mortar Bait. You've definitely noticed this. Mortar Bait's been on like a generational run. Like Mortar Bait has been strong for like 2 to 3 years now, and it really like is never having a bad season. I feel like in competitive and ladder, it's one of those decks that just seems to be like a staple of the meta always. Ooh, that's a nice Ice Spirit.
Yeah. Nice Ice Spirit timing, yeah, beautiful.
So
I agree with you.
Those decks right there, I'd say, are pretty strong.
I was actually just now recording a video for my Spanish channel, and then out of the top 5, there's 2 different Graveyard decks, like within the top 5. Like one is the Knight with Baby Dragon deck without Tornado, like now instead of Nato they just use it with guards. And then the Goblin Hut version with the Evo Witch, like also seems to be still very strong.
Yeah, there's just so many different variations, you know, that you can play whichever one that you like best. And then like even if one of them gets nerfed, you know, there's still like 3 or 4 more different versions, so you can always kind of have something that you like.
Yeah, true.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so
I did the reverse order. Let's go.
Does this guy also run Rocket, or you don't know?
No, he runs no big spell. He runs no big spell. He hasn't played. It's either Cannon or Inferno Tower. And then he has, what's it called? Let me think. Has he played E-Spirit yet? Oh no, guards. Sorry, guards.
Ah, guards. Okay.
Yeah. He plays a bit of an interesting variation. Him having Dagger Duchess is very annoying, though. I'm never a fan of Dagger Duchess, of course, as a long-range player. It's never really nice to see.
Yeah, like the Evo Barrel doesn't even get a single hit, right?
Sometimes it gets 1. I think it depends on some True Red, True Blue stuff, to be honest, because sometimes it gets 1 and then sometimes it gets none.
Okay.
Okay. It's
so,
not bad. Against
like
this guy, I just
if someone
defense.
doesn't have a big spell, like for example this guy, I was about to ask that, like do you just play defense and you try to rocket cycle eventually?
Yeah.
Or what is your main like thought process here?
Against a guy like this, I'm just playing defense because not only does he have no big spell, but if I play perfect defense, I'll only take like maybe a few hundred damage throughout the game, so I can kind of get away with like just rocket cycling, for example. Like I know he's gonna pop the ability, but like I'm making him use the ability, and like through perfect defense, I can kind of just like, for example, I'm gonna let the barrel get 1 shot as well, unless I'm lucky. So there, like I'm taking no damage still basically, because I got the rocket worth of damage, so like it's not too bad to just rocket cycle. Oh, nice. I can Princess here, too. Hopefully that shoots the other wall breaker. Nice. So that's going to be no damage as well now. So then I can just go for the log here, Goblins, and he just gets 1 hit again. So, like, he's, like, slowly sticking with me, but at the same time, like, I'm going to slowly, like, move away from him because he's not going to have, like, example, every time he's only gonna have them for a while. I can kind of use that to
and the rocket
stay
as
ahead
well.
of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one thing
makes
that I have to
sense.
be mainly careful of, I guess, is the wall breakers, because obviously wall breakers can like kind of cook me like pretty quickly for like a ton of damage, and they move very fast, and he can like predict, for example, with like pre-logs and stuff like that. I'm gonna Mighty Miner here though, just in case he wants to bridge, so I just block that, which is nice. Now I have an idea. I go for the Goblin Barrel plus Rocket here, and then I just go for the log on top because he has to. Then I take no damage, and then it knocks it back away. Then well. And the reason I kind of overspent like that was because I have Evo Cannon, so I can kind of use the Evo Cannon to kind of save myself on defense, even though he has like an Evo, for example. Then I let the right side go because it's the lower side, and they're going to pretty much equal out. They're going to be a little bit off, like, but they're only 200 damage off, so I basically got all of that damage
the
for
damage
only
you got
200.
as well.
Yeah, so I got like 2,000
exactly.
damage for the cost of 200, basically, HP.
Yeah, that's insane.
Go for the Ice Spirit here again. I pretty much have that
so
Ice
now
Spirit.
Triple X is just the same
nice.
strategy, right? Like you're just gonna focus
Same
on
strategy.
defense.
Yeah, Pure I don't even need to rocket though because I'm up so much. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to rocket. I may rocket, but I don't need to. Like here I'm gonna rocket because he did bad wall breakers because those wall breakers aren't gonna connect anyway. So that's just a free rocket in my eyes. And then I Princess again because you see he has to log the old Princess. So just keep going for that kind of stuff. Then I just go Goblin's Cannon here, and he might go for wall breakers other side, but I have a Princess hovered over. I might even predict it with the Princess just in case he tries to go for the wall breakers. Then I can go for the Mighty Miner. I have the Ice Spirit here to reset the Mighty to make sure that mine is the one that lives. He put that in the back, so I can just go for the log here. Then I have Evo Cannon for the Dark Goblin again. I'm going to Princess Spirit quick for the 3-card cycle. And then, yeah, he's just kind of dead.
Nice, that is crazy.
Game. Let's go. Then I can just Cannon, log. That's in the front, too. Yeah, it's just over.
Nice. Do you want to do one more, like one last match?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, let's go. I mean, so far doing amazing. Only loss was this one really close match.
Yeah, 30 HP to drill.
Rolex, yeah, 30 HP, but besides that, like, you're doing amazing, so keep it up, bro.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, this is a difficult one, right? Log, Nado, Rocket.
It depends, really, because if he plays perfect, I feel like he can get kind of annoying, mainly because of the Ice Wizard for the Barrel Evo. Can Ice Wizard and log, but it's kind of like the same idea where like I'm making sure that I'm using the Evo Barrel to get positive trades so I can kind of control the game so he can't really rocket cycle that easily.
Okay. So what would you say is like your main, like, how do you say, like, goal here in this type of matchup?
I want to get up damage in the beginning of the match so I can rocket cycle like back, I guess, like, because the thing is, right, as like, I mean, you play log, but you kind of know like it's not easy the Expo rocket decks, but because like he's gonna rocket and then I'm not gonna be able to rocket him back. So the way that I'm gonna be trying to make sure that I can rocket back is like I want to be up about a rocket's worth of damage, and then because like if you look right now, if he rockets my tower, we're gonna be equal, so I can afford to have him rocket my tower one time and not be like down a bunch of damage. So then like I can use that to start cycling in the back and make a nice sequence, and then I can use that sequence to get up an elixir and then rocket him back.
Okay, wait, that's actually, so smart, because I remember, I mean, nowadays I still play Lockbait, but not as much as I used to when I, like, used to compete and kind of one-trick Lockbait. I remember against Expo, it was so annoying when they would just, like, Expo, you rocket, and then they rocket again, like, exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah, it was always very frustrating, because it would, like, I'm not going to say a guaranteed loss, but it would feel like there was, like, nothing that you could do, because they would just keep going back and forth, but now I feel like what you can do, which is nice, is because of the Evo Barrel, I feel like back then it was a lot harder, but with the Evo Barrel you can pressure them harder, which gives you like enough elixir difference, I feel like, to be able to be okay with them rocketing.
Yeah, like for example now the left side barrel getting a lot of damage.
Yeah. Also a tip that I did in the beginning of the game, I went for he went for log on my barrel, so what it is, I went Princess Goblins at the bridge. I'm gonna do it again here, and it makes the Princess unreactable, because if you look, the Goblins nudge into the bridge, so it's literally impossible to react. I think I'm gonna get 3 shots here, which is beautiful. I'm just gonna rocket that, and then I'm gonna go for the barrel, then Ice Spirit, because I don't even want to take a single tick of damage just to even give him a chance. And you see I barreled immediately, and he didn't have enough elixir to drop the skellies right away, and he even put them in the wrong spot, so this is pretty much already game over. Just because of that one tip, it works with Ice Spirit, Mighty Miner, literally any card that moves like fine, like as long as it's not like it even works with Ice Golem. I think it works with literally every card. I guess if you drop the Princess and quickly put the card like next to it to push it up, it will insta-lock on, and it's humanly impossible to react. So like you can kind of use that, because if you remember the Princess got nerfed, you can kind of use that, adjust to the Princess nerf, I guess. And right here, he has no login cycle, so I'm gonna barrel again. I'm gonna go for the Goblins here. Hopefully keep this alive, but potentially not. Wait, live please, live please. Oh, yeah,
anyways, a Tesla.
Nah, but it's fine. I just like to be annoying with it, because I'm gonna be cycling these cards. Cycling them into a Tesla. Potatoes that I might get 1, Yeah, I get one shot, which is nice. I'm gonna Princess here because he might Expo, so if he Expos in, it would lock onto it. Oh, he rockets. It's gonna Goblins here. I could rocket him back, but the
Would
safe
you ever
play...
rocket?
Yeah,
I
I
was about
would,
to ask that.
but because I'm up so much, the safe play is to not rocket.
Okay. Yeah, because then he might go for like an expo.
Yeah, like because of how much I'm up, the literal only way to lose is by messing up on like say like I mess up on defense. But if I have rocket, it's impossible to mess up on defense. So I just rocket.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like it's just like
Yeah.
the safe approach compared to like. But right here though, I am gonna rocket cycle. So I'm gonna get my mighty.
Yeah, because two rockets is already enough, right?
Yeah, 2 rockets. So I'm gonna rocket this one, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mighty card cycle my rockets.
Okay.
Yeah, he rockets, so now I Mighty Miner the back, and then he just loses. I'm not back to Rocket yet, but I'll be back in a second here. I have Ice Spirit, Log, and Cannon, so I'm going to Ice Spirit, Log, and then I'm going to drop my Goblins in the middle, so when he so when he Expos, I can just Cannon, because he can't NATO the Cannon away, because he's going to try to get, like, a crazy NATO. That's, the only chance. I just Rocket, I Ice Spirit, and then I could Log or Goblins, but I'm going to Goblin tank for the Expo, and then I Rocket a GG, and I won pretty easily.
Nice.
He played well, but...
I don't even know what to say.
He played well, but I feel like in a matchup like this, if you have it down, then I can kind of win most of the time.
Yeah, well, that was actually amazing. Like, I don't think I spoke a lot in today's video, but like you actually, many situations, like sequences, your thought process, the information, like actually had me speechless. Like I was just sitting here enjoying. Like that was cinema, bro. Thank you so much for joining today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Let's go. See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bro.